on their CT side to catch G2 off guard, because they're going to come in with a counter strat plan and expecting a certain type of gameplay, and then you're going to rock G2.
Hey. Hey.
We see teams not making it to the playoffs, and that's when
it's usually when the tweets come out that we're coming in on that hot.
Speaking of edgy,
do we have his
my
soapbox?
razor, my clippers, they're here.
My soapbox? I don't think we've brought that yet. We haven't got them.
We promised we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we have the black thing that Olaf high five. Let's talk about Matt's haircut. After the disaster last night, I decided I'll just say to him here and try and cut his own hair. That's not what happened. I was trimming up my sideburns, got a little carried away.
I normally.
Well, that's bait. You just want me to do it now. You're right. I can't pull it off. You're too smart. Look, I'm already halfway there. They just got to finish up. I should get a discounted rate. I've done half the work for them.
You should be thanking me. I got you a close-up today. Must be feeling mighty happy.
Don't really care.
Okay, let's move over. Let's get back on track, at least a little bit, back to North.
Sure.
Now, what's up with this team? Because even at the end of the year, they won Epicenter. Remember, they got all hyped. Everyone got so excited, and they spent the end of the year so many events. I think they traveled like something like that. They kind of crumbled a little bit, didn't perform up to expectations. This year, I mean, they've had some tough losses. They lose the quarterfinals of the major, the semifinals of Vegas, and then the quarterfinals of Katowice.
Yeah, quarterfinals is the toughest one because they got battered in the especially was very slow to get started. I think he was like 0-15 at halftime. They made it kind of close toward the end. The scoreline was not indicative of the game, but then they had this great second map. They had a huge lead. Magisk puts in the best individual half of anyone in a major in all of history, and versus Pro, who wanted to make the finals. That was for them a really good chance. The rest of it has kind of been downhill since then. Even though they made the semis in Vegas, they didn't look as convincing. They weren't quite the team that we thought they were. They didn't have the poise. They were playing average Counter-Strike. Then, of course, quarterfinal at Katowice. That was very poor. The cash duels they were taking,
Those against Immortals, correct?
They did do well on their T side, to be surprising comeback, and you could say the same for Immortals. But their CT side, they weren't even having against them. They weren't even using any themselves. MSL kept trying to take duels out toward Checker or Toxic, from Checker, and they just weren't map control. And to me, it was really, really poor adapt because they didn't do anything to change it. They called 2 timeouts and then the exact same thing.
All right. Overall,
Overall,
I still think North are a top 6 team in the world.
Okay.
I think maybe they had a poor indicative of the way that they actually approached the. I think some of their players may have had some off moments. Count these guys out for being a top.
It's fine, Chad. I'll cut your hair tonight. Don't worry.
I definitely think that Config and Magic's now with the addition of AZ, Cajun being solid, and MSL playing better. If these guys not on track, I don't think they're off track. If these guys are able to innovate a little bit more and make a few little mistakes that they have, they're going to be even more dangerous going forward. And I think they're definitely a tier 1 team who need to be feared.
I think both agree with all that. I just think as of right now, if you look back, it's not been good.
Well,
Not
Matt
as good as it
trying
should
to
be.
find any way to right in this kind of a situation.
I'm not wrong.
Just
He's not wrong either.
6 seconds
We
more
made
live.
future versus
Predictions?
past
Do you want
tense.
to do predictions?
You said 6 seconds, hurry up.
All right, you go.
I'm not making a prediction. Let's throw.
All right, yeah, well, there you go, Matt. You blew your chance. All right, well, we're going to head over to the
16-13
casters.
G2.
It is going to be Pansy and Uber.
Are we on there?
It's one of those days. It's one of those days.
I'll tell you what, that family Osborne's.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's some interesting moments from them, but it's Nuke. It's
Yeah.
Nuke, and sometimes a Nuke is dark and full of terrors, but North have got the better of it for the most part. G2
Can
has
you-
seen them win this map against a top team. Okay, yeah, it's a different map since Oakland, actually, so we just
Yeah.
have very little info on G2 in general.
No, and G2's big story for me is how they're improving. Recently, they've taken away, of course, one of the events that people have been looking at. So they've had time to work yesterday, kept eyes towards it. We saw some pieces looking better, idea as to what they've been up to. And I'm hoping maybe they have refined a little bit of that Nuke play here. I'm hoping we get to see a bit of that, see what they bring, because we know that North are one of those teams that come in with that full idea. They have a very, very well scripted piece for their T side. So see them bring that one to the forefront. Mollies and smokes certainly indicate that's going to be the case already. But yeah, G great to look into to, you know, quote unquote anti-strat, and it looks like they've got a bit of an aggressive start from Shox. He's going walkabouts over towards outside.
One of the first teams to really start working Nuke when it was released. Qualifiers for ESL 1 Cologne last year. It was North. Back when they were Dignitas, but Shox is going to start this off nicely. It's a very cutely shot to the head of AZ and body. For one so far in kills, and Apex with a quick double to close things out. And the North hardly leaving a scratch.
Now, you can see the confidence in just walking outside. I'm pretty sure, I'm hopeful that G2 have put work into this to read how North like to approach this. Someone so early is a massive benefit, so you can just kind of bound off the back of it. North going straight back into the Tech 9, smokes towards outside, get down towards Secret. Plenty of options for them to run towards. And SMGs completely nicely. And actually, Magic's pretty, if anything, going to encourage the players who are going outside to get that line of smoke all the way down towards Secret. I'm wondering if there's anyone down there already. I don't think there is. Kenny S is already, he's stopped playing outside.
The closest is MBK in ramp room.
Yeah, Shox
so
might be down there as well. I'm pretty sure he's going to be behind that kind of... He's in dark,
yeah, he's
right?
in dark.
So he could have some... I'm hoping they do, but they don't have any utility to clear it. But they start finally pop out, naded towards vents. Not going to hurt, but certainly shows that they can't go just walking.
Just a bit more if Magisk hadn't stepped forward of it. But there's 3v2 right now. UMP's in hand for these G2 players, and Cajun B walks straight into it now. Magisk, very low HP. Has very little to work with as well. Bomb is across the map from him. So now it's all a matter of seeing if you can get something for this now. Picking up a couple of bits and pieces. P7 in hand, 40 seconds left. Gonna orchestrate too much here. It was brought up by Sponge earlier on. We saw that nice little form pour out on towards upper, and they double face pushing out of Huck. But again, you need a decent amount of arsenal to orchestrate something like that at all, Lauren. Okay, we'll put things to bed so far for North. So G2, a decent start. Nothing much really shown.
No, this is all just good for G2. This map can be like, it's incredibly punishing if you don't get the full utility, especially ways to deny North doing quick up hits if they fancy going towards it. They know that North will have nothing this free farm time. Ideally, North shouldn't be able to take too much away. I think only Magic's the only one to bite. It's do what you can, maybe just rush it. Just get over, don't maybe get down fence if possible. Try and get bomb down. And it's probably not going to go too well. 8 bullets still even with Apex if he needs to fast get after that. But yeah, this is what to expect. Not too surprising. Conflict's at least going to fire one. It's good here.
Already a foregone conclusion that he's playing to vent dive. To be so close up to him, you see even after opening the door and ostensibly seeing the G2 player there first.
Straight up on the Shox. Fast up him, he can start putting that all. But that is big. Magic's finding 2 out. That's opened up a huge opportunity now.
And Shox in. It's going to be a one and done, to be fair, if it gets dropped on. Go for G2 as soon as North able to buy some decent weapons. They're 2 AWPs brought up in this round for G2, and they only won just the 3. So yeah, decent enough money to buy them, enough to survive if they if they get crushed in this round. And Shox is trying to stave that off as best he can. But a 1v4, only an AWP to work with. Now, talk to me about this line, because G2 buy up 2 AWPs. There's no them to try and contest outer, so North can actually more part of the site. They can actually be something pretty comfortable. With double orb there, or wouldn't you rather contest outside or play some arm's length CS?
What's that?
Perhaps.
I think we should ask as well why he's picking the orb up over Kenny S on this. Because it dropped him out. I'm not sure if maybe he had a better, but it looks like KGB's going straight for the fight against Shox here, and this could be fun, and it is for Shox. Perfectly well towards Cajun B, and they can recover the orb if they need to. And Magisk again, claiming 2. Apex and Body getting destroyed. Playing on the hut for Shox is the raid boss. He's the final member of G2 to be wrong side, but down to 3 is going to be tough.
MBK, spot, it's pretty hard to see. It requires a boost up in most cases. In fact, all of them, but it works out. Now AZ. A long way away from him, back towards even radio, if I'm not mistaken. Shox is in position, but AZ takes the pick. Shox not quite connecting on that one, and now Shox towards Rafters. He gets it. Now it's a 1v1. NB 2 flashes to his name. He has better positioning. It should be done, but North making it costly.
Yeah, he kind of on that like edge. 6.8 for Apex. They can spread the wealth. They can still get a buyout. well, and still having so much, even though they lost out on that first player of Cajun B, is quite impressive. But onto 3 rifles, still can make something happen with. But the main man for me is Shox right now. He is putting on a bit of a display. Let's put it. So is Magisk. He is so potent.
Facing every time, open the door and banging out the first person to show. Last round it was 2 people through smoke, no less. A good start for him. Rubino used to be the orchestrator of a couple of that kind of play as well for North back when he was in the team, that real aggression onto sides like Cobblestone and the like. But Magisk was giving an upgrade in that regard.
This is great. They know the Shox have been a really quick rotate towards that lower side of things, and they've got room control, so they can sit towards Dark. But where's the bomb? Now it's planted. Now we see this 3v4 retake attempt coming in pretty soon. They've got the hit on Kenny, so timing isn't a huge problem. They're losing out HP, and Config looks impossible, and it's time to back away.
Kenny has some trouble, tries to go for the point blank to MSL. With glee, he takes it.
And now the breakpoint comes in. North were on the cusp of being able to these close back and forth rounds, of course, and now it's broken. This is where you can it's really starting to run with it. We see Astralis being so good at that, while the team, I personally feel their T-sides are just phenomenal at the moment. You get to see them fully struggling to deal with anything. Once they get control of the economy and they can just win it, they do. Now, I'm wondering if North have that sort of, I guess, power to their play. We'll find out pretty soon, I can imagine, in the next couple of moments. And G2, how are you going to turn this one around? Shox can certainly achieve, you know, that late upper hit. You know, Chad pointed out on the desk, it's something they can go to. AZ's getting so much room towards outer, though. This could it all risk anything. Cage going to find Apex, a beautiful start.
I think Cage was waiting for someone to come through the door as well. Sat there for the start of the round. So North playing this completely differently. Full understanding of G2 Esports' economy.
Where's AZ? How did he get? I think he's actually down towards the lower side almost. So this could spur on the rest of North to try and join him, or maybe he can try and find room towards ramp possibly. He's a bit of, because he's kind of behind enemy lines, isn't he?
And AZ's had the scenic tour of the Cedar Creek plant in this round, by the way. He went smokeless towards Secret. A lot of information given over to North now about exactly where the clean and upper set up here. They've stacked it, and they're not going to be at a soft spot.
Yeah, AZ just did the perfect scouting work then. Absolutely perfect. Just found the room, took his time, was careful, and North just followed the route that he kind of trailblazed. But the problem now is Kenny's not going to miss the shot. And he was like, all right, I'm just going to have to do this, okay? Oh, that's not... Comes out, look at the time! You're down to 9 seconds. Indecision is the commit to either, and now G2 are tearing them apart. This is a very disappointing round.
And you see MSL just play. No one to cover his angle. He thinks he's smoke, but Kenny has just moved so hard. North had everything. They had the economy, they had the utility, they had the information, they had the players. But G2 sometimes fortune.
North had players up, but no MSL's push, which is kind of surprising that he was kind of with that and just hoped that no one came through contamination, which is it kind of something. I'm not gonna lie, you can be frustrated with that one. And rifle towards Magic to keep you the money, even I can imagine. G2 are back in the runs with this though, because they were able to stave off the wolves at the door so often, and this time Apex has changed. He's adapted and he comes out the picture.
For whatever reason, Cajun B was just trying to get a few shots towards Shox there despite the smoke, and he took a lot of damage. Didn't trade any of his own, but Config had found Apex earlier, now in lower with Desert Eagle. AK swings through his MSL actually to help him out there. NBK down, now Shox going to be pressured. In midair tries to land the shot. It's not going to be enough, and now Shox start.
Kenny, he's found AZ, he just didn't leave. What? Did he think he killed him? And he was expecting Cajun B to there to just trade him out, but now Body's left in this strange 1v1. Has no out. Oh, this is it, this is done. Cajun B played it so well, just waiting weird. Then from Body to snap so quickly, but I guess he thought the kill, yeah.
Contamination.
Yeah, that was
the way he threw that smoke, you know, he could have smoked the side itself, and then if he didn't quite know where anyone would come from, try and get a sound cue or something. But you can see, otherwise he'd smoke his feet.
All right, but this up a chance. What are these back and forth rounds, Mitch?
It's just messy. It's the late round executions that are where teams are winning and losing. In fact, both of them.
Oh, is this gonna be a quick hit? I like this. I like this a lot. Let's see if this works out. I'm dangerous to play this game, but Magisk is such a master at hitting the upper bomb site. He's so good at it.
Just like Austin Powers, his middle name is Danger. More than happy to smoke and just go straight into that one. Again, a relatively well brought up G2 team, but they'll take completely off guard. And Magisk is
looking for an angle to play. The question is, where is Magisk? He is the one to save the day here, if anyone, and he's waiting up for Bobby. He runs out of options, but time is ticking, and they know they don't have this. They do not have it.
Drawn out there, my Magic's there. Despite the arsenal on G2. It's going to be coming up there, and we see sometimes the conundrum face individual player playing rafters. It was talked about earlier on, and illustrated it on how North like to hit that site. There are so many angles that North forced you to cover with 4 players there, and you can see now Magisk had his own situation there where he had to go, okay, there's some right now. I'm in a dangerous position against so many.
And do you know what is that Magisk is on my fantasy team? Yes. So is Config, so I've got a lot riding on. Oh.
Two North players is not a bad investment.
No, but the talk of investment, only 1 molly, and you can see what the problem is. They're not North. They're so good at this. I'm a big fan of this, right? The Danes know the other side is just slightly off that perfect purchase. Astralis, they do it down to a T. North has the same thing.
And there's an element of risk to what Magisk is having to do here, because he has to smoke Annex, right? He walks in. So sometimes you can be at risk of being caught with a grenade in your hand if the player in Annex is actually standing a little bit closer to the door. We've seen that happen before. But Magisk fade down after he throws a smoke and gets the kill. Now Shox again, it's just a save here. He's going to upgrade his weapon. But this is excellent for North. Strength of the hits on that upper side is forcing G2, and we might even see 3 players.
Pull together this buy, but this is very, very much on the cusp of losing that money. You got, a Galil there for a Galil, a UMP even. Be used to saying that by now. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on G2's hold yet. We don't know that much about them on this map, so the T side could be something to look at, but it looks like they're on that very fine line of.
The other side of North's nuke coin. Slower play. This is the more, I guess, reactive play. We see them start fairly slow. They're not trying to, get any molly executes on towards your hut or anything like that. Purely waiting for G2 to present themselves. KGB got the first kill on around earlier on there, but MBK a trade, but he gets 2, making it very costly for North. A third, no, won't be forthcoming. It's going to be able to get it, but the rest of his team's already been decimated. It's 2v4
for G2. I don't know if he the demos, knowing that they like to take that kind of radio room control and work their way back towards lobby, and then but he read that timing so well and just made that brave play. Now Kenny goes out on Cajun B and it's just left MSL alive. Now he's on. He's had a swing up in performance, but I don't know if you can call it a 1v3 swing up in performance. There's Kenny. The G2 pull it back in line. You can thank MBK for that one, even with just that UMP.
Aggressive opening to the round means that North were eventually sort of choked out of opportunities there. Maybe they even thought that G2 wouldn't be coming in with a full arsenal as they did. But that fast hit on towards upper is just so successful, so the tools to go for it this time, but the Kraken has been unleashed.
And what do you mean they don't have the tools? They've got the Kraken bench.
I'll believe when I see it.
Look, he's essentially JW on bubble right now.
The shorter smoke he throws now, it's not towards Annex because he wants to vent dive.
He does. The Astralis guys, same sort of control, same sort of play. This is fine for the shotgun as well. It's good. This looks like, look at him just really destroying this, and now Magisk. Alright, the shotgun was useful in the vents for about 20. Now, not so much.
When you switch approaches and want to go aggressive on upper and you're in vents with obviously assault, it's not always great. Goes to Apex though for that quick 2-piece, that would have made it North to actually get running, because we did see the push from Cajun, I think, with it. So a matter of timing there. 47 seconds in the round, and for Magisk, there's no real reason to try for this. Again, looking for players that might just be waiting on the periphery. He's a long way away, closer towards near the vent when Magisk dived earlier. He's taking a long way around.
Just trying to find a way to be relevant, especially with this. Yes, I guess. There we go. Kenny's fine. Sort of. He doesn't know it, but
yeah, I mean, and how is Magisk going to know to shoulder when Kenny's going to be waiting?
Can't be second guessing. So this one just going to be North on the most money. See, Apex knows what's going on. He's going to go on the farming mission.
And for North, how they're saving their money, they're probably not too concerned about picking out of much except for 1 round. They'd like to pick 5 AKs if they can get the money. Speaking of money, Apex trying to make some of his own. 1 kill comes out with an NPC to claim MSL. It's going to be very, very hard for North to make inroads here. But Shox tries to face there with the USP and is not Messi spray down for body.
Yeah.
which is obviously possible here. So yeah, 5 AKs, no one cares about an AWP.
Shox for a second had the ult then. I guess he's got quite a nice spot for if he wants to maybe take it somewhere. Nothing massive. It's not like you have a massive advantage going for it, but he's going to be running that just on the end. So what's the plan with Shox here? What is he going to do? Is he going to grab somewhere or check on Shox? See what he's up to?
Shorter smoke from
Yeah, he
there
is
as
probably
well.
going to go slightly aggressive, I can imagine, because...
And he's then backing away, so Shox had to go down and check that just in case he was going to be lurking.
Look at that flash, it's so well said. Shox could come around here just a second too late on it, which is a shame, but really nice idea, and they've seen the whole picture now. North's game plan has been unraveled. Now you can make an early call, but are the road...
Then they'll be fine. Door open, Config doesn't see a lot on the side, it's all happening above him there, and MBK going to be able to use a height advantage to get himself two. Cajun responds and evens the score, but the bomb is loose on the site that needs to be challenges made to recover it. Smoke preventing him from seeing his assailant and getting lower just before the smoke clears.
Ring of roses, we go. Body, not be able to see it unless he... Yeah, Magic's going to actually might just walk into this. Who sees him first, and it's Magic. I guess it's, you know, pick the safest bet you can, stick to it. Yeah, at the end of the day, Magic gets one on the board now for North.
Yeah, and look, no plant there for North, which means that the money that might have, you know, allowed them to go up a little bit. I mean, at least a rifle instead of just a Tech 9. But this is still good for North, especially the way they want to play. It's upper especially lends itself to more money in their weapons, so no dramas. Another round for them, and like I said, will be absolutely sick.
Magic almost the smoke there. Kenny does have the ult though, so trying to find somewhere where he can utilise it on this map. The line of smoke outside has been there every single time though. North, I'm going to miss that. I'm not going to mess it up. So Kenny going to have to try and be relevant elsewhere on the map now. Find another way to do this, because you know what's going to be happening. Magic's going to be down the vents. The four others are going to be working their way. One trades it out, but a good reply from Cajun.
And he is going to finish it off there. Just enough. And North, the best possible situation from 5 rounds to get the last 2 of them to make it far more competitive. And now it must be G2. Their performance in Canada. Yes, and so far it's a good T-side for them here on Nuke. And G2 Esports are going to be under pressure to try and show what they've been working on in the interim.
A very capable side. No one going to dispute that for a second. Incredible. You saw glimmers of it there with Shox coming in on moments. You saw Body having some nice performances mid-round. MBK turning the tides when they actually push towards ramp as well. So there are the elements in the right place. Now they need to put them on the board. On the T side. A close game to start with though, but G2, if they can stop it now, it'll be perfect.
And we almost saw G2 solve a passive that last half, just almost playing for a complete retake on both sides. On up. So now maybe time to just to get the engines revving a little bit and try and put some rounds up here to start with on the T side. Pistol now. Spraying towards the unit. Let's see what North has set up here.
G2 not flash or anything, it's full armor, so maybe the Glock trade's coming out and Config fancies to do what you're waiting, but doesn't matter, heads will roll. KG manages find more, and Apex is wondering whether
so that's also a good sign. Always a concern when you're running a USP. He's getting picked apart a little bit here. Config playing with him.
just buying time as well. This is doing wonders though. 3 kills, still decent HP as well, 48. Gonna fake it out. Making sure no one's too close. I think it's just sell though. He had. You wonder where AZ is. Okay, what's the position I want to fight out of? Probably gonna be Vents, I can imagine. Now Apex! I almost believed then. If one of those shots are crisp little headshot sound that you hear every now and then, it could have been on, but respectable. Keeping North humble, gonna remind them they can't just do what they want. Good start, just down to Apex, but you know, it was controlled in the end. Cool even. Let's look at the investment. 2 players going straight on the mollies, the UMPs. We've got a rifle on Cajun B, and the rest just trying to kind of even the odd. Tech 9 purchase on the other side. Again, 0 smokes. So they're just going in dry.
I do want to still going to bring some of the blistering pace. Again, I understand that this is, more of that forced pistol round, so shouldn't be expecting too much from them. They bring the pace that North managed to on upper, seek the Danes, but at this stage, Majestic's going to be content to sit behind the smokes after another. G2 said, no, we're not going to wait. We're going to push forward. Majestic is forced to pay dearly for that one kill, but he buys a little bit more time, tries to back away, but Bodily catches him just as he tries to pivot, and now North had to respond to this.
Yeah, Apex has got himself a rifle. Kenny's going to find the back control, and now there's a problem. North are dwindling in numbers, but Config and AZ aren't going to let us slip too far away. But you've still got Shocks, you've still got Kenny. Should I make but not in this situation. Bombs get defused. Good North, they're keeping 3 alive. They can recover the other rifle for you two. It's only a family, so I guess UMPs are still just as good at this point. So, debate obviously if you like CSGO balance.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big conversation obviously around that and around some pistols at the moment, but the mobility that you get with UMP and the penetration that it gives you, especially at the short range, strap for cash and still want to have an impact on the round. Now, for G2, kills a bomb plug.
Alright, Apex any form of anything to play with. Cut the map how they want it to be. You see, this should be easy picking surely for North. They shouldn't be peeking into it too much. And now the surprise is there. KGB's going to see the angle to T Red, so that could catch out. He'll be expected to be further than he is. But be a little bit careful, and you've got to one.
But doesn't drop into there. He's actually in the warehouse right now, and that allows him to actually get the flank on what Cajun B off, sitting up on the rafters. So it's goodbye. Apex drops straight down.
That 3